Okay, so in this video I'm going to be showing you the basic setup for a third-person game. Or yeah, you can still use this for like a first-person game too, but in this video I'm just going to focus mainly on third-person and like some tips to know for using the Blender game. And so first thing is you can just go ahead and change the color of floor real quick, and you can just make it look like grass. And then you just turn up the specular down and the roughness, and okay, so this is your floor, right? And then you just start, you want to just add a cube here. Now the cube, this is the important part, it's going to be for collisions in the game. So you don't ever want to move the cube around in object mode, because a lot of weird stuff happens later with like animations and stuff, I noticed. So just move it around in edit mode, and then just scale it to fit like your character. And then you want to set the origin back to the 3D. No, wait, you want to yeah, just move it back to that spot like that. And then you want to add your character, and I'm going to add my character. This is a character I made. So you want your character to your cube to match the same size of your character. So you go ahead and give this cube a color, so you can then you scroll down and make it an alpha blend and turn the alpha down so you can see your character now and when you're working on it. And then so you just want to fix it to where it fits your character basically. And this is gonna do all the collisions where you can, you know, so you can collide with stuff in the game. But we can't use the model itself for collision because, as you can see, this has too many, you know, polygons, and yeah, it's just too much like data to work with. So you have this simple cube, only has 6 sides, so it's much easier to do collision and stuff. And so you always want to name this cube. Make sure you name this cube here, so cause later when you add more stuff, it starts to get a lot of stuff, and it starts to get complicated and confusing if you don't name everything. So I'm just gonna name this one player, and you want to like also click on the armature. This is one I made in Mixamo, so yeah, you can do Mixamo for, you know, just if you don't have an armature or any animations yet. And then for the cube, you want to turn that to a character for the physics, actor, collision, and invisible, so it doesn't like appear in game, right? And so to test if this is working, you just move the character up in object mode real fast. First you gotta parent it, so you click the armature, hold down the shift, click the cube, and right click and parent, and now it's parented. So I just want to move it up real quick, and test it out. Press P to play, and it's not working. And that is because if you turn on the physics visualization, you can see that the cube's hit collision box is not aligned with the mesh box. So you see the and so you have to basically, let's move this character back down. We don't want to really move it, like I said, around too much, because it messes things up a little bit, like in game. Like, I haven't fully figured out a solution for that, but anyways, you just make sure you select the cube and set its origin to the geometry. Now let's press play, and now it falls to the ground. So you want to turn off the physics visualization. Oh, I think I did that already. So yeah, so now you put it back down to the ground, and there. Now it's like working. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the basics for the collision. You see now this box is colliding with this floor, and then you want to, you know, stretch out this to have more places to walk. Another thing you'll notice, like, I don't know if you can see it, but I usually turn off the viewport diionizing, because it makes like this weird blur effect around the character. Can't really see it now unless animations are playing, but anyways, so now let's get into like the coding stuff. So you want to go to Logic Bricks editor, and then you want to open a new window, like go to the corner here, I think, or like right here, and then you'll see this little like crosshair up here. Then you just move it like that, and go to here and go to the text editor. Create a new document, and you name it something. I'm gonna name it move. And then, like something I do is basically I have a file here of all my scripts, and I just click on them, and all the code is here, so I just copy it and then I paste it in there, and it works now. But there's a few things you have to change, of course, like the naming. Make sure the naming is right. So player, this variable is just a variable, and this is the object. And this is the object. The object is referring to anything like this, they're all objects, right? So this is an object, and mine is named player, but if you see over here, it's named this. So we'll have to change that. So we change it to player, and then we have all the stuff for the keyboard here. And now when I press play, you'll see that I can move around. Actually, I forgot to hook this up. So you go to always true, and then you want to put this on your Python script on. Now let's see, and now I can move around. I mean, that's a simple movement script. Like, once you learn how to code the script, just copy it to a file like I did. Copy it, save it somewhere, and then just paste it in there, and it'll work every time, you know, for like other games. Like, you don't have to rewrite the code again. But in another video, I might talk more about like how the coding works. In this video I just want to focus on a little bit about the basic stuff like movement and stuff. So if you don't want to do the coding stuff right now, you can use the logic bricks. Like they have ways, it's much easier to do here, like keyboard W, and then you just add like movement or something. But for now I'm just gonna talk about some of the harder things like the camera maybe. So the camera is a little tricky. So to make a camera, just go to edit mode and you want to click on one of these vertices and you want to press shift, hold shift and D and move it to the middle, and then go to the front view and move it to the middle. And the reason for this is because you'll soon see now we have to add a empty and move that empty to your character's size. And now you want to just delete this camera and maybe this light too, you don't really need it. And then just camera, you want to move that to your likings, and then you want to go there and see what that looks like. So you go to this little square tab where it says object, and you can move it around pretty like more easier like this. So now you just want to make that like that. So usually like the camera should have like a little space on the top and not really any extra room by the feet. And the reason is because the reason for that is because I'll show you right now, but let me click this up real quick. Now you want to parent this camera. You select the camera first, shift, hold the empty, right click and parent that. Now you can see, press R and we can rotate that. Now select that empty and you select a cube, right click, and you're going to parent that to the vertex that we made. And now the camera is like the easiest thing to set up in Blender engine. It's a lot easier than like Unity or something. So you want to click on mouse and you want to click movement and true. This is true or false. Arrow up is true, arrow down is false, and then you just click look. You want to click the actuator, mouse actuator, and set it to look. And you don't need to do anything else, just do that, press play, and now you got a camera that works. So now you can move around, and yeah. The only thing is we don't have any collision on this camera right now, but in another video I might show that. But anyways, let's do some easy testing to see like how this camera and movement is working. Right now the world is pretty empty, so just create these pillars real fast and it'll make it much easier to see how everything is working. So now you can see like you're in an area. It doesn't look, you can see how the movement's working and the camera is working. Okay, so in the next video I might continue off of this one and show how to do more stuff. That's all for this video.